All right. We're gonna continue going over section 3. This is section 3, part 2. Last video we went over 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go over 4, 5, and 6. 4 being the limit of x plus 2 over 1/2 plus 1 over x approaching -2. Cool. And let's get started on number 4. Once again, we're gonna rewrite our limit, because you can't plug in this -2. It's gonna equal 0 over 0. So let's see what we can do. In the denominator, we have 1/2 and 1 over x. So since they're being added, we're just going to go ahead and combine them to see what the new function looks like in a more pleasuring, welcoming way, obviously. So we're looking at the limit as x approaches -2 of x plus 2. If you were to combine them, this 1 over 2 plus 1 over x, we're going to put them over the same denominator and then multiply them by their opposite denominators. So to get them in the same terms, obviously, we're going to get x plus 2 over, if you multiply these, 2x. All right. So we have x plus 2 over 2x. You have like a double fraction going on. And when you have a fraction in the denominator, we do this thing called copy dot flip. So x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 over 2x. We're going to copy this and have an x plus 2 dot, as in multiplication. Flip it, instead of the 2x on bottom, it's going to be on top, and the x plus 2 on the bottom. And we're going to get 2x, x plus 2 over x plus 2. So this is equal to the limit of 2x, x plus 2 over x plus 2 as x approaches -2. And from here, in the denominator, we have an x plus 2, such as we do in the numerator. And since this is attached to the 2x by multiplication, we can cancel these out, and they're going to divide out to 1. So our limit now is just 2x. And from here, there are no restrictions. You can plug your x value into the function. So 2 times -2 is -4, which means our answer is the limit as x approaches -2 of x plus 2 over 1/2 plus 1 over x is equal to -4. There's our answer. And let's move on to 5 now. Question 5, we're looking at the limit of x squared minus 2x minus 8 over x squared plus 2x as x approaches -2. Now, when you start getting better at this sort of stuff, it will come quicker. At least that's what happened to me, I like to think. I'm not great at it, but we're gonna rewrite this so that we can, because we can't plug in this -2. -2 squared is -4 plus 2 times -4. We're gonna get 4 plus -4. It's gonna be over 0. So we have to do something to the function. So we're going to rewrite it. X plus 2, x squared minus 2x minus 8, we're going to factor that. And we know that when we're factoring, I do this diamond method. And we multiply a and c, which is just negative 8. And then we take b, the b coefficient, which is negative 2. And we're going to find something that multiplies to negative 8 and adds to negative 2. So, such as negative 4 and 2. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. So that is our, let's rewrite this, x squared minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Just to show you guys what I'm doing. That is x, minus 4 plus 2x minus 4, and we get x plus 2 times x minus 4 for the top. Keep in mind that is the top. And we can just pull an x out for this one. X squared plus 2x is equal to x times x plus 2. So when we rewrite this, we have x plus 2 times x minus 4 over x times x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. And these two parentheses will cancel out, and we're left with limit as of x minus 4 over x as x approaches negative 2. At this point, we can plug in our x value. So negative 2 minus 4 over negative 2 is equal to negative 6 for negative 2, which is equal to 3. So our limit of x squared minus 2x minus 8 over x squared plus 2x as x is approaching negative 2 is equal to 3. Cool. Now, hopefully I have enough space for the last question. Letter number 6. We have the limit as x approaches 0 from the left of x squared minus 2x minus 8 over x squared plus 2x. And right off the bat, if we were to plug 0 in, we're going to have a function over 0. So we can't plug that in. We're going to have to, once again, manipulate the function a little bit to see what we can do. Now, as we did in the previous problem, we know what it is in factored form. So the limit of x plus 2 times x minus 4 over x times x plus 2 as x is approaching 0 from the left. The negative means it's approaching from the left-hand side of 0. Yeah, these will cancel out. We're left with the limit as x is approaching 0, x minus 4 over x. And let's plug in the 0 at this point, because it's not touching 0, it's just approaching 0 from the left side. And we can still determine what the limit is. What is it approaching? So if we were to sort of visualize this, 0 from the left is going to be on the negative side, and it's approaching 0, getting really, really close. And there's going to be a bunch of zeros going on forever, and then there's going to be a 1. And since it is on the negative side, it's going to be negative. So we have like this super small number with infinite zeros repeating minus 4 over again, a super small number with a bunch of infinite zeros. Over that, we have that over that. This number is actually moving away from 0 just a little bit because it is -4. But we get what you could say is a negative number over a negative small number. And keep in mind, this is just going to keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And when you have a fraction, for example, and you keep dividing it, it keeps, when it gets bigger, the fraction gets smaller. But if you were to divide it, and you start getting to these really, really small numbers, this numerator is going to get bigger. The product of the fraction is going to get infinitely big as this gets infinitely small. So now that we kind of understand what we're looking at, infinitely small numbers, we can make out an answer for this. So the limit of x squared minus 2x minus 8 over x squared plus 2x as x is approaching 0 from the left will be approaching, and keep in mind these negatives will cancel out since it is getting infinitely big. The answer to our limit question is infinity. All right. Congratulations. You have just gone over section 3, part 2.